know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really on with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Hello and welcome back to another episode of this week's Weekend League Recap. In today's video, we are going over games 6 through 10. And boys, it's a certified banger. If you guys watched the last one, you'd know defense wins championships, and our defense is carrying us right now. And I'm gonna be completely honest, the trend continues. Our defense continues to be lights out and really is the reason we're winning games. As I said in my last video, I usually stream my games on Twitch, but my internet was bugging out on Thursday. So the games you're about to see have never been seen before, and I hope you enjoy them. And as always, before we get into the content, we're gonna go over the best and the worst comment of the day. The best comment of the day coming from John Roper, who said, "Grow out the red beard, compete for the rank of Cowboy Viking." I kind of fuck with it, John. I kind of fuck with it. I was even thinking about growing my beard out on my own. Let me know in the comments. I've grown it out a little bit before. Do you guys want me to go just full freaking beard? Because I can do it. And just let me know. Let me know what you guys think. The worst comment of the day comes from Andy Hyde, who said, "Maze, how's your 2-week detox from alcohol going?" And I completely forgot about that. I'm drunk right now. Just kidding, bro. For those of you guys that don't know, I talked about it on my Twitch stream and a little bit on my Twitter, but I'm actually doing a 2-week detox from alcohol, and that's for a couple reasons. The first is obviously for my health. You know, I don't want to become too reliant on alcohol. I tend to drink a good amount, and I do enjoy drinking, but it's also important to have a little bit of self-awareness and realize that, you know, alcohol has a lot of negative effects as well. And so taking 2 weeks is just it's gonna be good for my health to kind of detox and, you know, cleanse a little bit. But the second and probably more important reason is I do want to set a good example for my viewers. I tend to glorify alcohol a lot in my content because I enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. But alcoholism can ruin lives and potentially kill you if it's out of control. And given the fact that some of my viewer base isn't even old enough to drink yet, I don't want to be a negative influence and potentially form opinions on alcohol that are maybe misleading, or basically, I just don't want to be a bad influence. And that's all it is. And I want to let everybody know, we started the detox on Monday. It is now Saturday when I'm recording this. So we're almost halfway there, and so far going strong. Haven't had too many problems. I was with my friends. The hardest part is, you know, when you're with people and we're watching the NBA Finals and they're drinking. I want to have a beer, but, you know, I said I would go 2 weeks, so we've gone 2 weeks. And so I'm planning on continuing fully through the 2 weeks. And anybody that cares to join me, you know, shoot me a message on Twitter or even in the comments. And if this is something that inspires you by any means and you're interested in, you know, doing 2 weeks of your own, or maybe even, you know, a couple days if you drink a lot, I think that would be a good thing. So let me know, man. We can do this together. Back to the dick jokes. The team has not changed at all since the last video. We are still led by our fearless leader, Mike Doggy Daycare Vick. And on defense, we are led by Jamal Adams, who honestly is maybe the best player in the game right now. Him and Taylor Mays, they both have to be strong safeties as well, but him and Taylor Mays are amazing. Thankfully, I think you can put Jamal Adams at free safety, which I will be doing moving forward. But getting into our next game, we are 4-1 going into game 6. And it looks like my opponent has both Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick in his top 3. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But starting off on the defensive side of the ball, it is a 4th and 6. He's rolling out, has an open receiver, but Nnamdi Asomugha says, "Not today, you son of a bitch," and swats it away. And Reggie Bush is just making everybody look stupid, taking their ankles and getting into the end zone for the first touchdown of the day. 7-0 us. Now back on the defensive side of the ball. My opponent actually found a nice dot over the middle, but we're able to get him in a 4th and 10 fairly early in the drive. He tries to fit it in over Denzel Ward's head, but he swats it away, and we get a turnover on downs. Back to offense, taking kind of a shot here, and we end up finding Mark Andrews on the crosser. Now we're at the 23, ready to score. Dropping back once again with Vick, and Mark Andrews open again. Get in that end zone, big boy. Another 7 points, extending our lead to 14-0. 1 minute left in the half. My opponent's dropping back with Mike Vick and finds a dot over the middle. Looks like Heath Miller's slow ass. Why is he even on your team? Who's he going to beat in man coverage, man? Come on. Not Deion Sanders. That's who. Deion undercutting a corner route for an interception. Unfortunately, we're not able to return it very far. But coming out of the second half, my opponent's like, "I don't give a hoot." And he does an onside kick. Unfortunately, he does not recover. And now we're starting our drive at midfield. 3rd and 19. We throw underneath, but unfortunately it bounces off Reggie Bush's head. What the hell was he doing? And we had to punt the ball away. We get our opponent in a 3rd and 9 where he's just taking a shot deep, and our user is all over that. We get the user lurk, turning the ball over once again to us, and my opponent had had enough at that point. Connection to your peer has been lost. Another game, another victory, another shutout. Moving on to our next game. Those are our top 3. My opponent has Barry Sanders, Andre Johnson, and Aeneas Williams. Might be a little no money spent action, but he is the Chiefs, so I bet he's got some speed on him. 3rd and 4 early. He throws it right at Nnamdi, who swats it away. Should have caught it, but I'm not going to be mad. He ends up punting us the ball, and now we get an opportunity to get points to start the game. 2nd and 8, Michael Vick looking for an open receiver, waits on the post late, and Brandon Cooks is there to make a nice catch inbounds. 3rd and 5, we got a flood concept to the left, and Brandon Cooks, once again, is moving the chains, giving us the ball inside the 20, and from there, it was a very easy fullback dive into the end zone from the 1-yard line. Starting off the game 7-0. We also get the ball at half, so it's always great when you start out on top. Back to defense, my opponent gets in a 4th and 10. Justin Smith slips through the cracks, hits him as he throws, and a peer has conceded the game, giving us another victory. We're on a 6-game win streak, folks. We started off with a DC, and now we've won 6 straight. We are 6-0-1 heading into game 8. My opponent's got Sam Mills all the way powered up in his top 3. Starting out on defense, we get him in a 2nd and 10. And he's looking to throw, but unfortunately can't find an open receiver. Gets sacked in the backfield. Had to punt us the ball. Now for our first offensive drive, we give it to Reggie Bush, who's getting to the outside, fighting through traffic, and tries to do a little stop and go. I don't know what the hell that was, but it didn't work. But we get the ball inside the red zone, and from there, once again, boys, that fullback dive from the 1, it's money. Back to defense. If we get another stop, I will feel comfortable in this game. My opponent does dot the hell out of us over the middle, getting across midfield. And we get him in a 3rd and 5 from the 31. Lamar Jackson drops back to pass, finds a wide open crosser. Reggie Wayne just toasted Deion Sanders to a crisp. Thankfully, our red zone defense is phenomenal. Justin Smith able to get another sack, put him in a 4th and 12 situation where he had to kick his 3, keeping our lead. But now our lead is cut to 4 with 2 minutes left in the first half. We get in a 4th and 10. I got balls of steel. I go for it, and I hit the post over the middle. They don't call me Big Lays Mays for nothing. 1st and 10, handoff to Reggie Bush. Gets to the outside, moves the chains, and with 58 seconds, we call our first timeout. We're going to keep the ball in the air. We want to keep passing. We hit Reggie Bush over the middle, and I don't know if he reached for that first down or what happened. I think they gave us the first. So now we got a first down at the 17. Looking deep post in the back of the end zone. Tyrone Calico, best receiver in Madden right now, makes a diving catch for a touchdown. Additionally, we start off the second half with the ball, and we're starting out swinging, taking a deep shot to Brandon Cooks, who catches the post inside the red zone, and from there, we keep it on the ground, hand it off up the middle, and that clock management really just won us that game. We literally, that guy had 1 turnover, and the rest of it was just our clock management, keeping the ball away from him, and that extended our lead to 3 possessions where he had to pretty much quit out. Now 7-1. Going into game 9. This man looks like he's a no money spent demon as well. He's got it's the same guy as before. So this is the same no money spent demon. He's starting off the game going for a cover 4 beater, but scrambles out and ends up having to check down where he throws straight to our linebacker, Isaiah Simmons, who walks into the end zone. And I guess since we already played him before, he had enough. Your peers conceded the game, giving us a victory. 8-1. Guys, we're on an 8-game win streak going into our final game of the episode. Game 10. Playing the Falcons. He's got Dagger Dick Dan. We just replaced him. He's probably playing with a vengeance. Probably wants to hurt us. Starting out on offense, Michael Vick hands off to Reggie Bush on the sweep to the outside, and no one's there. Terrible run stick, but we stop and go. That was kind of cool. Reggie Bush getting a huge gain out to the 27-yard line, where now we're in scoring distance. 1st and 10. Gonna go with a pass here. We got the crosser. It looks like Mark Andrews gonna catch it on the sideline, and he gets his feet in to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal. We're going to pass once again, and Tony G, high pass. That man is like 6'6". Throw it up, baby. He'll catch it. So starting off the game with a fantastic drive, we get 7 points. Now to defense and stopping Dan Marino. He starts off going with the crosser, and I mabled that side, so I had a hard flat and a curl flat, and my flat was set to 15. So after that play, I changed it to about 20 or 25 to take away that crosser so we couldn't have it. And you saw, we kind of bagged him the next time, and we got the sack. So now bringing up a 2nd and 23. He's running a similar crossing play, and guys, it looks like it's bagged again. We are completely shutting down his trips. And now as he tries to force something, Nnamdi Asomugha is there to make him pay. Perfect timing user pick, giving us the ball back. And if our second drive is anything like our first, it is going to be lights out for this guy. 2nd and 4, dropping back and finding the crosser. Once again, it looks like he's got a linebacker manned up on Mark Andrews, and that's not going to work. He's going to get open every time. 1st and 10, we go back to this sweep, and we kind of bounce off a blocker, get to the outside, and Reggie Bush is going to get into the end zone to extend our lead to 14. So now 14-0. Our defense still playing lights out. I don't even think we've given up a touchdown this episode. We've been pretty much shutting everybody out. And of course, as I say that, my opponent finds a nice dot on the sideline. 2 minutes remain in the first half as he continues this drive, and he gets hit as he throws, and he barely squeaks away with an incomplete pass, keeping the drive alive, and he gets a first down after that. So now 1:20 left. He's at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, and he finds another nice dot on the sideline, and he really looks like he's about to score. He gets inside the 5-yard line. There's a minute left, so I call my timeouts because I want to try to get myself time at the end of half to go down and score. He ends up dotting the corner. Nnamdi Asomugha, I thought, should have played that, but it was a very nice throw from my opponent, giving him a touchdown. So now 14-7, 1 minute left. I got to go down and score. I go with the deep post, and I swear to God, I think Calico had him beat, but the bench press made him tired. So I think he just wasn't running full speed because he had him by like 5 yards at one point. But now at the end of half, with about 50 seconds left, my opponent could score again. He decides to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 22-yard line, and we pretty much bagged everything. He ends up forcing something back to the end zone, and Nnamdi Asomugha is able to make up for himself and get the interception, taking the ball out to the 17-yard line. But unfortunately, we only had 20 seconds left, so we couldn't capitalize on that and make any points out of it. But going into the second half, we still have our 7-point lead, which is big in itself. 2nd and 10 for my opponent, and you guys are going to see everything is freaking bagged. He gets lucky and finds a broken route on the sideline. But you're going to see every play, he's just rolling out and just standing there with Dan because nothing is open. So once again, we end up getting a shed and finally getting a sack, bringing up a 2nd and long. That ends up leading to a 4th and 16 where he's at a point where he's down 7. He kind of has to go for this because I don't think he thinks he's going to stop my offense. So we do bag everything expeditiously, hold square to SWAT, and we get the turnover on downs at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 4. He gives me a 3-down lineman set on 3rd and 4 when I'm in gun A slot. And y'all know I'm going to be trapping my ass off if you only have 3 down linemen. Now, 2nd and 9, we're in the 4th quarter, and this guy was just not showing that he could stop any of the runs out of gun A slot, so I just continued to run and chew clock because I had a lead. I'm in field goal range, and you guys got to realize, if you're trying to win the game there, I'm up by 7. I already have the ball in field goal range, meaning my lead will extend to 2 possessions and basically end the game. So we end up kicking the ball off to him. He gets some weird little juke step safety, and since it was kind of weird and I was already up by a good amount, I was just like, you know what, I'll give you a safety and give you the ball back, just to kind of erase that and pretend like it didn't happen. But he decided after that he was going to quit out, and I guess the game was already over. Now, that brings our record to 9-1. And guys, we started off the weekend with a disconnect, and that gave us an 0-1 start. And then we've been on a winning streak ever since. So through our first 10 games, we are 9-1. Heading into games 11 through 15. That should be up in the next couple days for you guys. And if you like this series, be sure to leave a like down below so I know to keep posting it. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscription, bro. What are you doing? Why have you not subscribed, bro? Come on. I'm talking to you. Yeah. You know who you are. Come on. All right. I'll see you boys very soon.